What's going on, everybody? This Afro Think Tank. You know, one thing I don't get about white folks nowadays complaining about, you know, multiculturalism and immigration and illegal immigration and all these things. You know, in one hand, they'll say, you know, when they have to be held accountable for what their forefathers did as far as colonizing the world, they view that as world conquering. They view that as fair game when they went to other people's land, raped, murdered, and pillaged them, and took their stuff as well as taking their identity. Because they sure did that, right? And they say, well, everybody did it. Everybody had slaves. They don't take in consideration that everybody didn't have chattel slavery. Everybody didn't do slavery the way that they did it. As a matter of fact, you wouldn't even call it slavery compared to what it is that they did. Right? But keep in mind, they always use these same excuses. Everybody did it. It's just the natural order of things, right? Okay. Right? So with that being said, right, assuming that if that's the natural order of things, and it's okay for an Australian, right, a white European who migrated to Australia as an illegal immigrant based off the original Aboriginal inhabitants' interpretation of their land, raped, murdered, and pillaged them, and took over their territory and destroyed their environment and disenfranchised them, right? How is it that now that other people, Indonesians, Africans, right, are now moving to Australia legally, by the way? I'm sure there's some illegal, you know, ways to get to Australia. But I mean, based off white people's, you know, based off their rules, everybody does it. So what's the problem, right? So now that more brown people are going back, you know, going to Australia and living in the environment created by the Anglo-Saxon barbarian, right? Taking over, as they would say, you know, taking over their institutions, as they would say, the same way these same white people took over the institutions of the Aboriginals, right? Everybody does it. What's the problem? Fair game is fair game, right? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So now white people are complaining that their colonies are being taken over by other people. I want you to think about that. They're saying their colonies. Keep in mind, white people are from Europe. They're from the peninsula of Eurasia. The peninsula of Eurasia. They're not even from a continent. They're from a cluster of land masses on the edge of Eurasia. That's where they're from, right? But they find themselves on the far reaches of the earth. How did they get there? Because they went there as illegal immigrants, raped, murdered, and pillaged, and took over. So now, a few hundred years later, in all their colonies, Australia, America, South Africa, Argentina, Guam, Hawaii, and many other places where white people said that Jesus Christ gave them that land, is in the Bible, manifest destiny, everything belongs to them, right? Now those places are being overrun again by the offspring of the very same groups of people from the very same lands that these white people colonized, right? So you go to somebody else's house, you mess their house up, you steal all their stuff and take it to your house, upgrade your house, and you didn't think for a minute that those people's house that you messed up and all the stuff that you stole, that they was going to come to your house and sit in your living room and sit on their couch in your living room and then go in your kitchen, right, and open the refrigerator and eat the food that comes from their land out your refrigerator, huh? You didn't think they was going to turn the TV on that's powered by the energy coming from their lands. So white people think that they can just colonize, rape, murder, and pillage any place on the planet because Jesus Christ gave them that opportunity. Jesus Christ said they can do it, and everybody else does it. No problem. What y'all complaining for? But now that other people are doing it, right? But they're doing it in a more humanistic way, right? They're not coming over here to murder, rape, and pillage. They're simply moving in, utilizing the system set up by the barbarian, right, to live a better life. But you let these white people tell it, right? You let them tell it. Oh, they're raping their daughters. They're killing all their folks. Isn't this what y'all did, though? Isn't it what white people do? The most violent hominid on this planet, who currently now, all right, right now, are killing tens of thousands of people. Hundreds of thousands of people, whether it be in Europe killing each other or in the Middle East killing brown people. All right? Consistently throughout your history, you've done nothing but kill. Kill, murder, and justify. Utilizing your religions that you've manifested out of African and Asian spirituality. So all I'm saying is, I think white people globally, they don't have any space to complain, right? Because everybody does it, right? I'm pretty sure that the Asians, when they saw them white folks on them boats, right? I'm pretty sure they was like, damn, why they coming here taking all our jobs, our crops, huh? I'm pretty sure they complained about you white people coming in and raping their daughters. I bet you they did. I bet you the Africans complained about how you white people came along and, was raping their daughters and killing all the men, stealing all the shit. I bet you they complained about 400-500 years. I bet you they did, huh? I bet you the Native Americans complained too, huh? Brought y'all in, let y'all survive the wintertime only for y'all to murder them and call them savages, barbarians, rape their daughters, kill their sons. This is what you guys did on a global scale for hundreds of years. Now that you getting 10% of that, right? They're not even raping your daughters. They're not even killing your sons. They're just doing the jobs you don't want to do. They marrying your daughters because your daughters want them. Fair and square. And y'all scared. For a group of people that can dish out a bunch of devilish, hateful, evil shit, you guys can't take anything. You got thin skin. Listen, it was good for the goose. It's good for the gander. So, just like white folks in the colony of America, white folks in the colony of Canada, white folks in the colony of South Africa, you white people in the colony of Australia, y'all can get the business too, because y'all don't belong there. You are not the indigenous, original inhabitants of that land. You belong to Europe. You can go back to Europe because Australia is not good for you anyway. That's why y'all got so much melanoma. All right? Because you're not meant to be in that environment. You need to go back to the, to the clouds and shit. And the rolling hills, green fields. Back into the woods, back into the forest, back in those mountains, back into the snow. That's where you belong. That's where your body works most optimally. But anyway, there's absolutely nothing you white people can do to stop what's happening. Nature is taking its course. And just because you think that Jesus Christ, manifest destiny, said that you can have the world from your point of view, doesn't mean that's the case, because you are in fact the minority. You've always been the minority. Now everybody knows you're the minority, and you're also losing power because you weren't good enough to hold on to the power that you gained after stealing gunpowder, and cannon and gun technology from the Asian people. Anyway, tell me what you guys think in the comment section. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.
Just when we thought Australia reached peak embarrassment with Reagan at the Olympics, thousands of mediocre white people in Australia are protesting because they want a white Australia and want to keep Australian white. Did the Aborigines know that? Because Australia has never been a white country or landmass. Apparently, the white Australians have had enough of non-Australian, original, authentic Australians entering Australia and ruining the Australian identity. these people, the descendants of British prisoners and those who came and colonized Australia in 1788, meaning your country is so young, your great-grandparents, most of them were the colonizers.
Bob, you've got Lebanese heritage yourself. What would you
Oh, mate, don't say that, because that irritates me, and I punch blokes in the mouth for saying that. Don't you dare say that. My family have been in this country for 140 years, right? So and if you say anything like that, I have, on many occasions, punched blokes in the mouth, right? So I'm restraining myself.
Bob Qatar, and I'm saying it with the accent, you definitely 100% are Lebanese, and you want to be white. That's why you're upset. It will never make sense to me how any white person in a settler colony like Australia, like America, like South Africa can have the gall and the guts to say you hate immigration and we have to close our borders because these people aren't the real people. You're not the real people. You're a fucking immigrant yourself. You are a refugee, a settler, a colonizer. Your family left England and the UK to come colonize and take over the people that were there. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I think the world has collectively lost its mind.
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan!
Wait. Before you go, for all my subscribers and philanthropists out there, I'm building a solar power community water bowl system in Nigeria. It's going to cost between $5,000 and $6,000. I'm trying to raise money. If you want to participate and help me build this solar power water system, please donate to the Cash App and put solar water in the notes. Solar water in the notes. I'll put PayPal, Stripe, and Zelle. Anyway, thank you. That's all I got to say. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out. Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.